on, traveler, let's go! The world is full of lost ballads just waiting to be rediscovered.
Hey, not this way. We need to get to that pipe, remember? This should be the place.
What? I know you. You were the ones we saw.
Huh. You've got guts showing up here. You know who we are, right?
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were? If you push us, we can make those rumors a reality.
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around, go back to the dormitories and act like you never saw anything.
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you say?
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he left?
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a big deal. He always kept... So, did he have you come here to find...
Oh, so your child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So, unless he somehow... All right.
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come in...
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Meripede. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wins in the Pancration Ring. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. He said it was, and as his crew, if the boss wants something, then it's our job to get it done. So, we got to work, and used the hidden rules that we just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after the pipes had been cleaned.
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here after pipe cleaning day?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be. It leads to an abandoned factory area. And even if there were a way to escape from there into... But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was... So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone. And that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day. That way, we could...
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just because...
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our...
Is it also possible that something...
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down. It's one thing...
Okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's impossible to get through. Boss left by going down from here. It wasn't full of water at the time. Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found it's impossible to navigate unless you're an extremely skilled diver.
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate, pronto.
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child. Whew. We finally learned some key info. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? If we ask Linny, he'll... Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Fortunately, though, it seems like it's only a matter of time now that we can finally relax. I'm starting to feel super sleepy. It's morning already? Oh, Paimon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there! It's one of Linny's cards! Let Paimon see what's written on it. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has the day off today, which makes it the perfect time to do some investigating. It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day off. From the sound of it, Lenny's been making progress with his investigation. We still have some time before we meet up. Let's talk with the... There's a group of people over there.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're...
You hear that, Quisto? What?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's...
So, you two really like to gossip?
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom. Who has the latest rumors, who's not. Whoa, all this info's worth something, and...
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with...
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious...
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically... You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he...
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the...
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like... Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also...
You mean he hit a woman? Wow.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to...
Wait a second.
Do you think... Could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time.
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going...
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Now, who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone is you.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true.
Yahoo!
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you! Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game? Alright. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like...
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even out... Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to...
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. Alright.
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we...
Alright. Have you heard any strange... Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always... Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to...
Good to know.
Let me think. Sounds like you want to... Oh! Did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some... To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie. A forbidden zone? Sounds...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've...
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to...
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a bolt.
Oh, as expected of the legendary duo, you... Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be...
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the...
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under...
Collecting information is...
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll...
You can even estimate how long it'll take?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capability. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up... Oh, and there's just one last... Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time...
What do you want us to do? Will it...
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with this. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings with it, but also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, my apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish...
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet...
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take... There seem to be several people inside.
not impossible.
So, it's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, oh. Someone, please help! She's...
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin.
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale...
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it, traveler!
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. That's it?
Oh, that's good. But
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax. Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. What about here? I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about...
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got.
Well, that's...
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help—
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you—
that's correct.
Are you two also—
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick— You could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit—
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now, please! Keep it civil at least. Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation.
same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy...
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishwin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine. No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sishwin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth. Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color? Yellow, huh? I understand.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right?
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest?
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain, with secondary symptoms of nausea. Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods.
Got it! Paimon will hold the travel... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest. We've been to lots of places together. She may have...
So you're the best of companions. You're awake!
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we...
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly.
Thank you, Miss Sijween!
Time to act. Time to act.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death! No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take... Paimon talked with Sijween the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse and... Whoa! You really are super thorough. All the...
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon...
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything...
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so... Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for...
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Time to act.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes, unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for...
Okay.
Ah! This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have come... Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't pay... None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except...
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending...
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed.
There are some books here and a few files. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sigewinne? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it?
Seems quite normal to me. These...
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this...
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me!
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, He doesn't do it. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Risley. We're a complete... I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go out... Don't panic, just think everything over. Wait, you're right. Oh, the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds...
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke... We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guard. If Risley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was...
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible. I'll go talk to Risley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find...
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have...
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive...
Is that so?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come...
Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Time to act.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just... As for Fremine... No, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with...
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you...
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really...
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortresses. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he is neither
Wait. You can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't...
But why would I do this, you may be asking? to have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some card. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the...
So, you've been keeping tabs.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremen, you need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior.
You want to see Father? But why?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of... I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see...
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harp.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me...
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your... Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively... I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress, Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to...
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Lenny...
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an The research note said that the Melusine race perceived... The Fonta promoter has been... I've been told that the infirmary... The research note said that...
So that's what's going on. Paimon, the hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria right before lunch, and Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her surprise gift, and doesn't want any— Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and the recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both—
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half-hour. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes— Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Fonta's internal report— According to Collins, the Pancration tournament— We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of— The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very— According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta— The research note said that the Melusine race The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Paimon gets this rule too now! So there really was nothing to— That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match—
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth, although based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question! The thought is, you'll pay for this! Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sigewinne?
Though this gun one may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional.
Sijuin.
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus when Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of—
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. His Grace knows it too, right?
My dear Sijuin, whatever shall I do with you?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you—
What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
How touching. Can you just...
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more... I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sijuin, I leave.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Fremine. Fremine.
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy and—
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have
What did...
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything...
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijuin may have been forced to How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater... I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved 2.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe...
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh. Remine?
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift...
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to...
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Body and mind.
He's awake!
Linny... Lynette...
We're all here.
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not...
Traveler... the sea! There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. Pipes... Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived into the water. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should... there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. This is bad. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had...
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at...
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. You can... Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another...
A guest? Then I can assume...
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us?
No, please go on without me.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself...
Understood. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The travel...
Thank you.
I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning the pipes tonight, so it's the perfect chance for us to investigate. Whatever. Just be sure to wake Paimon if she dozes off. Paimon's worried something might happen if you go home. Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already? Traveler, come on, wake up! Oh, it looked like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Well, what did you see this time? Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened! But what about the cannibals? How do you explain them? Okay, well it's about time for us to get moving. Just be careful to avoid the patrolling guards. Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us! Uh-oh! This... Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us!